Yo, it's your man Rock Cobain. You're tuned in to Ultralight TV, hosted by Cobain.
And we have breaking news on this Saturday evening. This is tied to a story we first broke for you this morning, the fatal shooting outside of a popular nightclub in West Midtown. 11 Alive has been working all day, now into the evening, to get you the very latest information. And within the last hour, 11 Alive has confirmed the person killed was Michael Gidewon, a co-owner of the nightclub. The Republic Lounge is a busy place on a Friday night, but for those who work at the club, this was a tragedy that they never expected to occur. 11 Alive's Karis Belger spoke with an eyewitness about the shocking sequence of events.
This was the scene outside of Republic Lounge on Brady Avenue early Saturday. Police combing the scene and looking for evidence after a shooting took place outside. Ken Lucas's mother, Moniece, says she was on the way to pick him up from working security when it happened.
He called me and he told me that, somebody had a fight in the club and had a guy in the parking lot with a gun. He asked me to go around the street to the QT to wait on him, and he would call me and tell me when to come back.
When she did, police still had most of the street blocked off.
I just know it wasn't that many people. I just think it was just like a small get-together.
Ken Lucas says he was inside when a drunk customer was removed from the premises. He says another person told him. The person later came back with a gun.
It was time to go. I just heard gunshots. At that point, I had already just called my mom and told her just go. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to go back outside. I don't have a gun. I'm not trying to die.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of the Rock Cobain Show. And I am Rock Cobain. Today we're going to talk about a beloved Atlanta nightclub owner who was gunned down outside of his establishment. A night of partying ended with a popular Atlanta nightclub owner getting shot and killed in front of the club that he owned. Michael Gidewon was found unresponsive in front of Republic Lounge Saturday night, suffering from a gunshot wound. Medics pronounced Gidewon dead at the scene. While it has not been reported on who shot Gidewon, it's reported that a security guard claimed someone who was kicked out of the club earlier that night returned with a gun and killed the club owner. The 50-year-old entrepreneur had been an entrepreneur for 35 years. Gidewon, along with his younger brother Alex, came to the United States after escaping growing violence in the East African country of Eritrea, which is where Nipsey Hussle is from. So it looks like Eritrea is out here birthing hustlers, birthing grinders. We had Nipsey Hussle from Eritrea. Now we got Michael and Alex Gidewon getting money from Eritrea. Been hustling 35 years. So they first worked at valets to learn the inner workings of nightclub business. They soon became favorites in the Atlanta area. They were able to overcome all the odds and still become successful in a very integral part of the community of Atlanta. They don't own one nightclub, but they own multiple nightclubs. Gidewon once owned the now defunct Compound nightclub. So these, y'all know, y'all heard of all these clubs and all of the rap songs, all right? So these are the two guys behind all those joints. So according to Complex, he is currently the manager of AG Entertainment. Now y'all know AG Entertainment throw all of the tours, all of the parties. Anytime you see Jeezy, anytime you see any of them in Atlanta, and you see that AG Entertainment, that's them. So Michael leaves behind his wife and 4 children. In a statement that was presented to the media, his brother said his family meant the world to him. He loved his wife and his children. He wanted to make sure that he could provide for them regardless of what was happening in the economy or in life. The community is also hurting because Godwin would give up-and-coming artists a platform to come perform in his nightclubs even before they were known.
11 Alive's Dawn White has the story for us tonight.
Well, Jeff, I spoke to a woman who has known him for almost 2 decades, and she tells me that 4 kids who are all in middle and high school are now without a father, and a woman no longer has her husband. That is what the friend of Michael Gidewon tells me. She has known him for about 18 years, and she is among those in the community grieving his sudden and tragic death.
This chilly parking lot on a Saturday morning is where police say Michael Gidewon lost his life.
It's just a tragedy altogether.
Dr. Sharita Howard has known Michael for 18 years as both his accountant and friend.
His family meant the world. I know that he loved his wife, his children. He wanted to make sure that he could provide for them regardless of what was happening.
Dr. Howard says Michael immigrated from the East African country of Eritrea to escape violence there and owned several nightclubs with his brother Alex including the Republic Lounge.
That takes on a whole different dynamic because you're really taking work home at that point. But to be able to overcome all of that and still come here and be successful and still become a very integral part of the city from the standpoint of not just employing, having nightclubs, anything of that nature, but they also had a foundation.
And according to Dr. Howard, Michael also took a personal interest in his workers.
He really cared about his employees. How do I make sure that not only do I hire people, but how do I mentor to them as well? And a lot of people don't do that anymore.
Those who knew and loved Michael are still coming to terms with his death and how he lost his life.
I came to Atlanta in '96. So to see Atlanta in 2023, I don't recognize this Atlanta. And that's the sad part about it. I feel like today we lost a part of that old Atlanta.
Atlanta police haven't said whether they have any suspects, and anyone who heard or saw anything is asked to give them a call.
The police department said that they received a call around 6:55 a.m. that a person was shot at 990 Brady Avenue Northwest, which is the Republic Lounge. Officers said they found Gidewon shot at the location. The suspect fired their gun. Security guard said that he was told to call police. APD did not say what led up to the shooting and has not identified any shooters. They're asking for help. So we want everybody to put on your Captain Snitcher badge for this wonderful Atlanta businessman, okay? It's not snitching if you are a civilian. If you are just a citizen, you're not in a gang or you don't represent any kind of criminal, it's not snitching. Y'all tell who killed this man. This is a sad situation, y'all. Very sad situation. You know, I own my own business before, and sometimes the patrons that come in are not always the nicest, and you gotta get a little, a little tougher with them. So I'm praying for everybody involved. I'm praying for his family. I'm praying for his 4 kids. I'm praying for the community of Atlanta, which is gonna miss him. As I always say, like, subscribe, leave me some comments. Whether you agree or disagree, it really don't matter at all. I help the algorithm, so just drop it down in the bottom. You feel me? Neighborhood 6, I'm rolling, and I'm out.
Flexing, flexing, flexing on your bitch ass, nigga. Flexing, 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 counting this cash, nigga. Flexing, 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 take your bitch fast, nigga. Flexing, 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 use a bitch ass. Baby, your love is my drug, and I just can't get it enough. Infatuated by you and your touch, really can't get high enough. You got me feeling just like a fool for fucking around with you. And when I took the first hit of you, I really didn't have a clue, yeah. Nice and then I just lay back and watch you ride. Tonight I just might hit it from behind. Tonight I might go a little crazy, baby. Cause I'm tryna go half on a